onboard equipment or safety equipment with the new nautical code from 2025. Let's see what's changing. Make sure to follow Nautica in Reels. The goal of the new nautical code was to reform, and Confindustria Nautica has obviously been a promoter of this, but I believe much more was done in the Commission and in Parliament with a lot of what was written coming from Confindustria Nautica. However, the aim of this new regulation is not to completely overturn or complicate life for sailors even more. Rather, it's to simplify things. In fact, some topics have been introduced to facilitate the use of electronic equipment that is now standard on board, like the compass, as well as to simplify the variety of flares and hand signals required for the boat. That said, let's take a closer look at what has been simplified, and you'll agree with me that the regulations are designed to make things easier. Let's start with the life raft. For example, if you were in a SAR zone, meaning you went beyond 12 miles from the coast and it were in international waters for a mile or two. That's the scenario. Sardinia, Italy, from the coast of the continent, you were more than 12 miles away from the coast before arriving on the Sardinian coast. You were in the international zone, but it is still part of the SAR zone, which is where Italy must intervene for security and for 1,000 other reasons. That said, if you're navigating in this area, even to the south where you can get very close to Africa, you can avoid having to carry a life raft beyond 12 miles. Instead, you just need the classic coastal life raft, which is much smaller and more compact, as long as you have a position identification system on board, like a EPIRB or a satellite phone. With these two items, you can avoid having to set up a large life raft. Within 12 miles, let's even consider a sailing boat of 10 to 12 meters with its important tender of 2.70, 2.80 meters, which is over 2.5 meters. The presence of this tender, as long as it is CE certified and meets all the technical requirements for certification and is suitable for this type of navigation and safety, can replace the need to have a life raft on board, so it can substitute the life raft. Within 12 miles, ribs, or better called inflatable boats that want to navigate within 12 miles simply need an additional fire extinguisher to avoid having either another boat on board or the Zatar, thanks to the fact that they themselves are boats. Life jackets or safety belts will need to be equipped with automatic activation lights for navigation beyond 6 miles. For navigation within 6 miles, everything remains the same as before. So, if you have approved life jackets of 100 newtons or 150 newtons or whatever they are, normally for navigation within 6 miles, you won't have to do anything at all except check the condition and usability of the life jackets, but you won't need to replace them. Sailing boats will also need to have a safety harness for navigation beyond 6 miles. The amount of this harness depends on the type of navigation I need to do. The farther I go, the more the number will increase, but everything is written in the table. If you missed some details, don't worry, or maybe I explained myself badly. Everything I said, but above all, the real legislation, the one to listen to read, to know, to be able to navigate, and not one to navigate. Without safety on board too, avoiding fines and contraventions. It is enough to go to the drop-down menu of this video to read everything, and therefore, everything that I said in the video is specified point by point. That's all from Lake Garda. All that's left for me to say is fair winds, and always keep an eye on the weather.